business in the pipeline first before I start recruiting more people than you actually need. And that's one of the biggest downfalls that I find with other SMEs that I speak to. They get carried away in the drive for success. They see a few months of revenue going up, and they immediately think they need to hire more people. It's the biggest mistake you can make, because basically you'll end up having to pay those guys, obviously the recruitment setups, but you need to pay their salaries. And if the money's not coming in, and you don't have access to the additional funds, and you don't have access to bank lending, then unfortunately you're going to find yourself down the toilet very, very quickly. So it's really important to work out what your risk appetite is and manage that cash flow. And what I find very important, having a regular update every single month with the bank manager, giving them the good news and giving them the bad news. You then get on to the point where you really want to grow the business. Jason spoke about getting through the first couple of years and then getting into the growth stage. That's exactly what happened to Ethos. We went from 2 million dirhams a year revenue to 12 million dirhams revenue 3 months later. And how do you cope with that increase? Because it's not increase in money, it's an increase in delivery to the customers. So you find yourself, without being too risky, you actually find yourselves overtrading. Now, I don't know if any of you have come to the point where you think you're overtrading or you know what overtrading means. What it means is you have too much business, too many orders, and not enough resources to deliver the orders. That's almost worse than actually being in a position where you have no customers, when you have a lot of customers and they have expectations. So as SMEs, you tend to oversell. You tend to commit to promises that you know that you're never going to be able to keep. So one of the things you need to do is try and keep some focus on what it is you've promised those clients. Because ultimately, they're the only ones with the money. The customers are the only ones that pay you your salary. So it really is important that you understand that. And the sort of 10 things for me, as you go through these growth years, and as Jason said, it's okay being an SME for 5, 10, 20 years. That's okay. But you have to remember that you may have some other vision. My vision always included an exit strategy. I just didn't know when that exit strategy was going to come along. And I find myself, it was my wedding anniversary a couple of weeks ago, and me and my wife went to the Burj Al Arab for a weekend. On Wednesday, we're going down to our penthouse apartment in Portugal to play golf for a week. Now, I've decided that still isn't my exit strategy. I still want to carry on, I still want to do more, but we're all different. We all want a different type of exit. And the financial exit gives us security. I can retire today now if I wanted to. But I'm still bubbling with energy, I still want to do so many different things, but the money provides me with a security that I know that I can walk out the door sometime tomorrow. So how do you get there? You need to have written down your business plan. You need to update it every single year. Because if you can't quantify what it is you want to do and where you want to be, how are you going to convince someone to lend you money to do that? You need to have it written down. You need to be clear about what it is your vision and how you're going to achieve that vision. You need to keep monthly management accounts. You need to regularly keep your cash flow forecast up to date. You need to know what's coming in tomorrow, next week, next month, 3 months hence. Because that's the only way you can actually run the business. But the problem is, being an SME, you actually don't know what's coming in tomorrow and what's going out tomorrow. So you're always worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow. I read a report once that